sorry, we let this thing blind us. That we saw forests as resources, oceans as trash bins, and the sky as an endless pollution dump. I'm sorry that we consumed, burned, and destroyed, knowing the damage but ignoring it. But no, I will take that back, because I'm not sorry. I refuse to believe this is how our story should end, because across the world, people like you and me are proving that the change is not just possible, it is happening. And they're not waiting for governments or billion-dollar corporations to act, they're doing it themselves. For too long, we have believed the biggest lie, that helping the planet is not our job. The governments or businesses will handle it. We think laws will save us. But law didn't make the Germany to switch to solar power. People did. Law didn't force the Japanese to sort the trash. Culture did. Law didn't make the Netherlands into a biking paradise. Locals did. Real change does not start with policies. It always starts with people like you and me. And if they can do, why we can't? Let's take the example of Germany, for example. In Germany, people are not waiting for politicians to fix the energy crisis. They have turned their homes into solar hubs, competing with neighbors to save the most energy. A simple habit, a community effort, and now Germany leads in renewable energy. How hard it is to switch off a light, to unplug a charger. It takes 2 seconds, but when millions do it, that is a power. Oh yeah, I call it a change. In Japan, people don't throw the rubbish. Waste is respected. People sort their trash into more than 10 categories. They wash, recycle, they clean streets. And can you imagine they even wash the trash? Not because of laws, governments, billion-dollar corporations, but just because they care. Even Mr. Beast, one of the biggest YouTube bloggers, was inspired by Japan. That's why he launched Team Seas, removing over 30 pounds of trash from the ocean. If volunteers can clean up the entire coastline, what excuse do we have for ignoring a litter on the street? In Netherlands, kids don't wait for school buses. They buy, so do the elderly, so do the parents. That's why Netherlands prevented over 1.4 million tons of carbon emissions every year. Meanwhile, in the US, school buses line up for just school kids. The Deutsch laugh at this. Why sit in the traffic when you can just pedal few away? They make biking a habit, a culture, a way of life. So why we still choose pollution when we can opt for clean air? Oh yeah, I know what you're thinking right now. I'm just a one person, what can I do? But let me tell you this. A single drop of water means nothing, but millions of drops, that is an ocean. A single tree does not make a forest, but millions of trees, that is an ecosystem. One person choosing sustainability may feel small, but millions of people choosing sustainability, that is a revolution. History has never been changed by government. It has always been changed by people like you and me. One woman refusing to give up her bus seat inspired the civil rights movement. One student standing in front of a tank became a global symbol of freedom. One kid skipping a school for climate process inspired millions. So no, you are not just one person, you are the start of something bigger. Japan, Germany, Netherlands, they have proved that the change is possible. A small actions matter, that waiting is not an option, so what about us? Will we still wait for someone else to come and to solve this crisis, or we start now by reducing waste, choosing bikes over cars, planting trees? Oh, there are so many ways. But you know what? The biggest threat to our planet is not climate change. It is the belief that someone else will come and will fix this problem. So in the end, I don't want to stayed here for years now, telling the next generation that we were too late. I want to say we did everything we could. And the question is, will you join?